We have just 2 weeks until Christmas, and I don't know about you, but my kids can start to get a little restless. 4 years ago, I had a mom's membership group, and as part of that group, my kids and I recorded Christmas craft videos for the kids of the women in the group to enjoy. And every year at Christmas time, my kids go back and watch those videos and do the crafts and just have a lot of fun. And this year I thought, why not share those old videos with you so that you can use them to inspire your kids to have a little fun as they wait for Christmas. So you may have seen the paper bag stars. They have been all over the internet. They're so beautiful and so cheap and easy. We're going to show you how to make one today. So all you need is
a glue stick and paper bag.
That's right. So you're going to glue on the side that does not have the flap. All right. Start coating there, Jeremiah. Start coating all over it. Oh, good luck with that. This is the fun part of it, isn't it? Okay, yeah, spread it out. Spread it out there, buddy. Keep on going. I'm going to cover all that white.
Now it's purple.
So 14 paper bags makes a very beautiful, intricate, huge star. You can use brown bags, of course, that would be beautiful. We just happen to have white paper bags, so that's what we're using today. Okay, after you have coated that whole bag with glue, you're just going to take, whoops, excuse me, buddy. You're going to take your next bag and you're going to, oh, he's being very meticulous here. I picked the right guy for the job. Okay, you're just going to lay your next bag right on top. Did we get it straight?
Yeah.
Okay, press it down. This is so fun. And then guess what we're going to do next?
I don't know.
More glue. Now we're going to put glue on this one. We've got to keep going until all the bags are glued up in a stack.
A stack.
Okay, we'll check back with you guys as soon as he's done gluing. And now we're going to show you what you need, where you need to cut. Now, you can experiment with different designs. This is just one design we're going to show you, but of course, different types of cuts, just like making paper snowflakes, different cuts would make a different look. Okay, so let's draw on here where they need to cut. Okay, this is the cut that we're using. So it's an angle, and obviously not perfect because I would have made that more centered, but it doesn't matter. And then we're having a half circle on one side and a point on the other with the space in between to make sure you don't cut that space because that will connect your snowflake together. You don't want your snowflake to fall apart. So you have to leave these spots that you don't cut at all. All right, Jeremiah, let's cut it. So after this is done, we recommend that you let it dry for an hour or so because you are using glue sticks. Some people do this craft with hot glue guns, but we wanted to show you that it can be done even with something as simple as a glue stick. But we recommend you letting it dry fully so that it's nice and strong before you do the opening. Then what you're going to do is coat this last top with glue stick, which we're going to do after we show you. And then comes the really exciting part. Jeremiah, can you help with this? Because I'm one-handed with the camera. Show us what we do. Just a second, James. Check this out. Look, James.
Whoa, cool.
I know. Elsie, will you help him put it together? Because I'm going to show them. Yes. It is so amazing.
It's humongous.
It's huge. It'll be beautiful hanging up.
Look at it.
There it is. Woo!
It's really hard to...
Yeah, stand right there with it. Very good. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. So we are going to make a really neat craft. It's a luminary, a candle holder that looks all snowy. So we started with some Epsom salt and we poured in a little bit of glitter. Now we were talking about that we would have rather had some white or silver glitter, but gold is what we had, so that's what we're going to use. So you need some kind of glue, like a tacky glue. We have this on hand, so we're going to give this a try. You might want to turn it this way, Bella, so you can put your hand inside of there to hold it. You're just going to brush a thin layer all the way across, covering the jar. You just want the snowy mixture to stick to the jar. So just a thin layer so that it doesn't drip.
What do you
What's she doing? She's making a snowy candle holder.
I want me
I know, you're always up for everything. Okay, so now you are going to roll it in your glittery mixture.
What is it?
We're making a candle holder that has a snowy sparkle on the outside. So it's okay if you get too much. You can even use your hands or a spoon to pour it on because all the extra will just fall off.
Yeah. That's really cool.
It is really neat. Silas, could you give her a spoon? There we go. I'm gonna help Bella.
It'll make it really thick. Dip, Papa. Dip, Papa.
All right. So now you're going to, if you feel satisfied with it, now we're just going to let it dry.
Dip, Papa.
If you, don't tap it too much till it's dry. Once it's dry, then the excess will fall off.
You can see all the glitter.
That's beautiful. That looks good. Okay, so you can let this dry for 24 hours, or if you're in a hurry, you can do a low hair dryer to try to speed it up. And then we're going to spray it with a coat of some kind of polyurethane to seal it so that it doesn't keep falling off. All right, let's let it dry, and then we'll show them what it looks like at the end. After it's dry, you can just tie some twine around it, and this is a little piece of one of our evergreen trees that Bella found, and then you can put a candle inside. And you just have a beautiful little easy gift that you can give for a pretty snow-covered candle holder. We are doing a very easy craft today, just for fun. We are making a beaded star. So they have some of this wire. This is a steel galvanized wire, but you could use any kind of wire as long as it's strong enough to hold its own shape, but you can still bend it. And they're just filling it up with all of their most colorful beads. And we're going to shape it into a star ornament. This is a fun, easy craft for even 3-year-olds, right, James?
He loves stringing it on.
Yep.
It's really fun for him.
Okay, we'll check back with you in a moment.
Okay, great.
All right, look how long this is.
As long
Elsie
as
and
my
James
arm.
made it. Yes, as long as your arm. Okay.
There's one bead sticking out, and it's the pear bead.
They just
He
use
wanted
all
that
kinds
one.
of, did he?
Yeah, and
Okay.
he wanted the number.
Elsie, we're gonna kind of loop this over and then twist it to make a loop on the end. Could you do that? You know how you twist the wire together?
Like,
That way a loop remains. Mm-hmm. Yep, very good.
I think I've done that before.
Good job, James.
Or you could,
Yep, so just kind of pinching it together, and then you're going to twist it to make a loop. Then none
or
of
you
the
could like
beads will
twist
fall out.
this.
Yeah, hang on to it and twist.
And then so it won't bulk anybody. And you could get a needle nose if you had any. It would be a lot easier. I don't know where one is though.
Okay, and now we're going to
Cut it.
off with enough room to do the same on the
Or
other end.
something.
You can get that metal scissors. This stuff is so thin, it will work on there. So the way you finish this off is after you've made a loop on either side of your long string of beads, you're just going to draw a star to guide you, because you just need to start bending your wire along those points of the star. Just keep bending until you like the way it goes. And then you're going to twist this top together, which we'll do in just a minute, to make a nice loop. And that is your pretty star shape. Okay, today Samuel and I are making some Christmas wrapping paper. Samuel wanted to have some personal wrapping paper to wrap the presents that he got for his brothers. So we have this long roll of paper, and we are going to make it look like strands of Christmas lights. That's right. So we're going to draw.
Got a marker.
We've got a marker, and then you know what, you got out the paintbrushes, but I don't know if the paintbrushes will be the best option. We might use something small that we're using this.
My handprints.
Your fingerprint could make a light. Yeah, that could make a light.
We're
using, this is finger paint. I'm going to draw the strings, and then Samuel's going to do the painting. And you can use any kind of paint for this. You could even use markers to color them if you didn't have any paint.
Can I paint?
Oh, I'm sure you can paint some. First, I'm going to draw this for Samuel. So I'm going to draw some loopy.
I'm going to
we're going to make it kind of a loopy, fun strand. Okay, so we drew some loops just for a crazy strand of Christmas lights, and then all along them I'm going to put a little bit just like this. And then at the bottom of that, he's going to make his, whoops, I'm cutting you off. He's going to make his little circle of paint, and it will look like a little light bulb. Samuel's thumb is making the light bulb, so out of the bottom, so this is the part of the light bulb that connects to the wire, and then he is the glowing color, and he wants to do red and green pattern. So he's trying to angle his thumb. After this one was a little sideways, so then we learned you got to angle your thumb so that the long part of your thumb is coming out of that little wire connector. Then it looks like a long Christmas light bulb. One more over here, Samuel.
And then try
a little more on that one.
Are you going to do red first now? Open it.
James wants to participate. Well, we need to get you a paper too. James, you're wanting to do it also? Okay, then we need to get you your own paper. This is Samuel's project.
Then I have to do this one.
So he's doing reds, and then he's going to go back and do the greens. Okay, and meanwhile, James opened it all by himself. Whoopsie. Good thing these are washable, James.
That's the best one, Mom.
Oops. Say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah. A different green. But that'd still be red and green, and it's his idea.
Samuel is adding on the green light bulbs now, and Samuel, you're really starting to get the hang of it.
I need a brush.
These light bulbs are looking very nice. We are going to teach you guys how to make these fun little, we don't even know what to call them, do we, Elsie?
No. Well,
tube braids. We could call them tube braids. You can make them very, very long. You can make them as long as you want, or you can make them short.
We made this one into a snake, but it's time.
You made that one into a little snake. Or you could make one into a wreath. Or you could make necklaces. Some of the kids have been making necklaces. Or you could just make them for fun. They're just really fun to make. So first you're going to create your weaving loom. All you need is some strong tape, 5 popsicle sticks, and toilet paper tubes. We're going to show you how to do that. You want to put your popsicle sticks about a ½ inch apart. So we just kind of stick them down. We found that it's best to stick them up about that much above the tube. And then you are going to put each of them about a ½ inch apart.
And then you tape them as you go.
Tape them as you go. You can see it doesn't have to be very exact. It'll work either way.
Yeah, but it can't be like a whole inch apart and then like.
You know what I did last time? Rather than trying to fight this thing, I just ripped a whole long piece off. That's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot easier.
All right, here we go. That works better. Okay, we're going to put our 4th one on. And our last one on.
That's like very exact.
That worked out pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's Samuel showing you his necklace that he made with it.
They just make long ends and tie them.
You have one too? Yeah, look, different kinds of yarn makes different kinds of thickness.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? This would make a fun long snake. You put eyes on that one. Okay. All right, Elsie. Should I get you started?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it's easier to have an adult get you started, but then once you get the hang of it, I'm sure you could start yourself. So you're just going to drop it down the center.
Drop it down the hole.
Down the hole. And the very first time, the reason it's kind of tricky is because it wants to slide. So you just kind of have to hold on to it. So every time you weave, the most important thing to remember is you go behind and around. Then behind and around. Oops, see how it wants to slip out of there? Behind and around. Behind and around. You want to go in front, but then you say, no, behind and around. Okay, so we're back to our very first one. You see there's already one on there. So we're going to go behind and around, and then we're going to stop. We're going to hold it down. We're going to take the bottom one and put it over and off. Don't let that one come out. See how we do that? Now again, we go behind and around. Hold it. Take that bottom one. Pull it over. Behind and around. Take the bottom one. Pull it over. They're getting a little too high. Let's push them down.
Yeah, you can always push them down. If they get too high, they'll slip off.
Mm-hmm. Hold it.
I wonder what the brown is going to look like.
Me too. Pretty brown necklace. All right, so this is it. You ready to take over, Elsie?
Yeah.
Okay. You just keep going.
If you look in here, and after a long while, it kind of looks like a basketball net. After a long, long while. So where would you have to go?
Yep. Yep. Take over right from there. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And then you just keep going as long as you want.
You can make it so long that it's 30 feet.
Oh, wow. That'd be a lot of yarn.
Or 30 yards. Well.
Oh, 30 yards. Wow. That'd be even longer.
Yeah. It looks even more like basketball net.
All right. So we've gotten it this far. This one's going to be a long necklace. Oh.
Long.
It's really soft. Okay, we're going to show you how to take it off the tube. So you're going to just lift one piece. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. And you're going to put it on the next one. And then you're going to
take the bottom
drop off the bottom one just like before. Okay, then you're going to take this one, put it on the next one, drop the bottom. Take that one. Set it on. Drop the bottom. Good. That one.
See, we're taking it off. Already taking it off.
So drop the bottom. And then, once you're at this point, you can just pull it off. And then, okay, you're done with that.
Whoa, it's so long. Let's curl it up.
Okay, now you're going to cut off a little string and stick it through the loop. So cut off some... Don't lose your loop. Yep, cut it. And then, no, you're done. Okay. Now grab that loop and stick it through the hole. And then you pull.
Grab the string.
Then you pull, and you're done. That's it.
That's like a knot around.
Yep. Isn't that beautiful? It's so much fun to do. Leo is going to show you how to make thinking putty today. This is something that is fun for you, but you could also give it as a gift. What do we need, Leo?
Okay, first you need 1 cup of warm water, not hot.
Is that a quarter cup?
Yeah, a quarter cup.
Okay.
And then you need a 1/4 teaspoon of borax powder or whatever. And then you dump it in.
That's all the borax you need. A 1/4 teaspoon. Wow.
And then you need to mix it up. Let me go get a spoon.
Okay. Do you like my 1/4 teaspoon thing? Do you think I need a new set of those? Yeah, the handle broke off, so I guess he found it in the drawer and he's going to use it anyway.
Warm water should help, so otherwise it like clumps up. And it'll also mix whenever you mix it all together. Clump, clump, clump. Okay. Good.
There.
So next you need to take another 1/4 cup of glue and dump it into a different bowl.
And this is just regular Elmer's glue, right?
Yeah, just regular. You can use
Any kind of white glue.
I don't even think the color matters. So what I also heard, because we're going to be using food coloring, but what you can use is you can buy colored glue, Elmer's colored sparkling, or just regular colored glue, and you can use that instead.
You know what? We have green sparkly glue. We should make
there's also glow in the dark glue.
That would be fun.
Okay. Okay, so next you want to add your food coloring. And get her a spoon. Thank you. That's a nice color. I like how it really blends. Oh, that's a nice. Okay, so then you're gonna add your hot water and your borax solution to it. You gotta stir that, and it'll immediately start clumping together. You have to stir for a while because at first it looks too liquidy. But see how it's clumping together. You'll have more liquid than you'll need probably. And you take it in your hands and you'll knead it. Look, this is slimy. It should start to become sticky. I think the more you knead it, the more it'll become less sticky. Oh, yuck, this is gross. I remember doing this, but we used a highlighter felt, and it turned it neon green. You might have to use some more. This liquid, I think, helps it not to be sticky. It's starting to pull the stick off of my hands.
So thinking putty, we had bought thinking putty years
It's really
ago.
expensive.
It is expensive for what it is, but it was designed to kind of, you almost play with it right in the little container. It's different than slime, isn't it?
See, it's not as wet anymore. And I noticed the more you knead it, the less sticky it gets. Yeah, because this is getting more like a...
Like thinking putty.
Yeah. It's just the first part, it feels like your thing is a total disaster. But after a while, it turns into this... That actually turned out really good.
It did.
Like, a lot of time, the last time I think, there was like, you could feel clumps of stuff in it. And then it'll be kind of like... silly putty, you can stick it all off. It'll stick to itself, but it won't stick to you that well. Which is nice. And it may get on your hands after a while after you're playing it. And it will stick to certain materials, like clothing.
So if you can find some little metal containers, this would
You can
be
use a
fun
mint
to store in.
container.
But we had the idea, yep, we only had one here, but if you bought the mints, what is that brand of mints?
Altoids.
Yeah, Altoids. Those come in bigger tins, and they would make great little tins for you to put this in and give as gifts, and then you could put your own label on the front.
These metal containers,
Right.
like a plastic see-through lid that had a metal ring around it and stuff.
Right, you could buy your own, but
It's gonna keep
pack of
sticking
mints
to
would
you.
be
Unless you get
available for
that
everybody. Do you
But
want
yeah,
to
now it's like, now it's not sticky at all. Keep kneading it, like, let me go wash my hands.
I'll use it again.
If you have too much borax and water solution, it may be still sticky. But right now it's not sticking to me at all. But if you have some of this on your hands, the wet stuff, it will stick to you.
All right, so let's see. How much can you fit in this little tin? Because we have a mini
Because if you pull hard,
tin.
it'll just break.
Right. That's so neat.
I got that from someone I can't remember.
Would this be a fun gift that you would
So
enjoy getting?
it seems like it's sticking to it, but then it'll come off really easily. You need to keep kneading it.
All right, so that's how you make your own thinking putty. Thanks, Leo. Would you like to learn how to make a Christmas card like this? We're going to show you how. All you need is a piece of stiff paper for the outside, and then some green paper, and you can have some other colored paper too if you want to add some accents. Okay, so we are going to start with this, and then you need 3 strips of paper. So we cut ours, one of them is 2.5 inches wide, and then one is 2 inches wide, and one is 1.5 inches wide. So we made them each just a little bit smaller than the one before. You see that? So you're going to start at one end and you're just going to start folding like that. And we're going to count about 9 folds. I'm going to go back and forth like an accordion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's probably good. So let's cut that off right there. We don't need any more. Okay, now you're going to take this and you're going to fold it in half. You're going to press it down. Yep, you're going to press it down and really smash it. Very good. Okay, now we're going to get out some glue.
We have clear glue.
And, right, you don't have to have clear glue. That's just what we happen to have here. You're going to open it up, because in the middle you can see it's split. We don't want it to be split. We want it to be attached. So you're going to put some glue right there. You're open. Yep.
Ooh, it's clear. And then we smash it in half.
Smash it in half and let it dry. We're going to kind of rush this a little bit so we can show you the whole process, but you could slow down and let yours dry faster so it's really secure. Okay, this is your first layer. So all you need to do is put it right at the bottom of your card. Leave a little room for your stem right there in the crack. Yep, see how that goes? So let's put glue on the back of it, okay? Put glue all the way across the back. And this is number 1. Okay, smash it in there. Just make sure it's pushed right into the crack. Did I get it there?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to let this dry. Now you're going to do the same thing with the other 2. Okay, that's it. So easy to make this little tree. And then you can add a star to the top. You can put some presents around it like we did over there. A little tree trunk. It's a very easy way to make a fun card to give someone. Bella's going to show us today how to make a lacy paper star. Bella, what are we creating first and then making it into a star?
So first we're making these out of a sheet of 5x5 paper, 5 inch by 5 inch. And then you glue them together. You have 6 of them total, and it makes a star that's about this big. But if you don't want to make a star, you can just make ornaments like these and hang them in windows.
So beautiful.
Yeah, so this we made, and we decided it would be too big of a star. So
this was out of an 8.5 by 8.5 square. You have to have a square. And our favorite size for making the star is 5 by 5 inches.
And we use computer paper, and then with the paper cutters, we cut it down to whatever length.
Yes, and if you don't have a paper cutter, that's fine. Just measure it and cut it with a scissors. So this is our little stack. She's going to need 6 5 by 5 squares.
All right, so first you're going to fold your square in half, the diagonal way, and then again in half.
I'm making fried potatoes. Do you guys hear the sizzling back there? Yeah, it's breakfast time here. It does smell good.
Okay, then
let me come around on your side so they can see from your angle. This was the part, we learned this from a tutorial that a lady did, and it was really hard to learn, but it's so easy to do. So we said we're going to make this easier.
So that you fold in half, fold it in half.
Okay.
Next, you take your ruler.
So she laid it with this long flat side at the bottom.
And then you have your not hinge side on this side, and then the hinge side is like right here.
Okay.
So then you take your ruler, and you're going to, that's right.
Starting at the bottom. Well, no, you were right though, because you're using the centimeters.
Okay. Oops, yeah.
We'll get this figured out.
Start at the bottom, and then make sure that you start where the first mark is and not the other one. So there, make a mark right here.
Every centimeter. Now, if you were making a really big star, you might have to do it every ½ inch. You might have to do it differently. We do about 5 lines. For this one, we used bigger.
There's 5 lines. And then I'm going to go.
She's going to do a couple more over there just so that it helps her keep her ruler straight when she draws the lines. So just a couple over there. That'll help get you started.
Okay. Then.
And you can make those lines lighter.
Light.
You could make those lighter.
I just did them dark so you can see them.
Okay.
But then you start at the bottom.
Just dump them out and look for better.
And draw a light line all the way across. And then same here. And then here.
Try to keep your ruler nice and straight so that you have straight cuts.
I like to use the bottom of the paper to make sure it's
see that it's all even. That helps you know you're staying on track here.
And then at the very top, it's not lined up. There we go. At the very top, do that. And so then you have a bunch of lines
so
now.
there's her hingey flap right there. So now she's going to erase part of the lines on this fold side.
So now I use my ruler, and then I'm going to line it up pretty much right there, and then erase.
You don't want to cut
those
that.
lines.
So you're going to cut on the lines, but not there. Otherwise, your star would just fall apart.
Okay. Next,
Silas, you can turn that pan off for me. Thank
so you can see it makes a stopping point. So you cut like that. Then you're going to take your scissors and cut right there. And then you don't want to cut on the not line side. Just stop where the lines are.
Very good.
And then your last one. And your paper can kind of slide so it's a little tricky to get it. There. Now that you have your lines cut, I stopped right there. You're going to unfold it. And it's going to make 2 sides of lines pointing out.
All right.
So it's like arrows.
Now it's time for the gluing.
I think we should start this way, see. Alright. So you take your first little things and bend them in so that kind of helps hold them.
Uh-oh.
Pause. I need to cut
Yep.
farther.
Yep, exactly right. So if you get like that, then she's like, okay, she didn't cut close enough.
So then I'll probably, since this is a bit of a gap, I'm going to probably cut another line right there.
Okay, yeah. And I would cut all of these in a tiny bit more. I think maybe our middle was a little...
This first one wasn't as long.
You'll get the hang of it. A lot of it depends on what size paper square you choose.
And the first couple were mess-ups. So then we
we had a lot of mistakes before we had some good ones.
So then, see, now it works.
Okay.
I just made an extra little line if you have a big enough gap. Otherwise, you want to do that. So then now, I take my glue.
The first one is the hard one, and then they get easier.
So I use my thumb so that when I glue like on the outside. And then you can put a pencil in here. Well, this might be too big. Because I'm making a really tiny one. So then the first one just like smush down.
Yeah, that'll
The
be fine.
pencil, I smushed it down and then I'm making it come out. First one's always the smallest. The second one.
Okay, then you flip it over.
And do the same thing.
And you're going to go back and forth and glue them together.
They need more salt.
Just back and forth and glue them together. And if you're a younger person doing this, it might be easier to do a big square because you're going to have bigger flaps. So that would be better to practice on.
Or do them farther apart, like in ½ inch. Okay, flip it over.
Flip it and do the next one.
I'm going to keep doing
This is what makes it look like a spiral.
Okay. So then now that it's getting bigger, I'm going to put my finger in there to help hold it. So I'm pushing my finger in there and pinching, and it gets a lot easier the farther along you go. Oops, that might come out. A little more glue there.
You might just stick the pencil in there. There you go.
So then if you hold it while pushing.
Let it dry for a second.
Yeah.
We saw someone make these out of felt and used a hot glue gun to attach them together so that you would have a felt ornament to hang on your tree.
And then it would last.
That looks really neat. We might try that one.
And you can do different colors. So that would be fun. Also, I see people that have like when Elsie made that star, she had, you know, one side paper that was actually, you know, a pattern, and then they made a multicolored star.
Right.
Just fun. You can use different colors. You can color on the paper before you go to do it with things.
We just recommend that you not use really stiff paper because I think that would be hard to curl.
Yeah.
This computer paper is kind of the perfect weight.
There you go. You can see it starting to spiral already. And then they said you can also erase those lines if you want before you put it together.
Okay, once you have 6 of these points, then you can attach them together. It just takes a little bit of stick glue, right, Bella?
Or a lot.
Or a lot, right.
They go together.
Yeah.
So it's better if you attach like that instead of like that, because that's how it would be hard to attach. So
Leo,
if you
could you
attach
go
it
get
like
Lydia, please?
the way that it makes it flow like that.
Okay, hold it down a little bit so I can see it. There you
So
go.
like that instead of. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna put a bunch of glue on there. And then, just like we did the other thing, you're gonna squish it together and just hold it really tight.
Okay.
Until it fastens itself. Then you're gonna take your other one. And we're gonna do the same thing. Take your glue. It might even be better glued on this one. And then push really tight.
Beautiful.
The longer you
Really beautiful.
see, if you erase your lines, you won't see any of that. Or if you do it really light. But we don't really care.
So while she's holding that, I want to show you Silas made some that he's hanging up just for hanging decorations. He starting to decorate up in the ceiling. Isn't that pretty? So these are just singles.
I'll put mistletoe
That's
on the
another
end of
way.
that.
Look at that. He hung a smaller one to a larger one. Can you see that? All right, so Bella let her glue dry here, but she also added a staple
Right there.
right there for extra support. So that,
And then it doesn't come apart now because the glue wasn't holding. So
that's a lot of strain.
one
right there.
staple.
One staple.
And then it just hangs up, and that's really pretty.
That is beautiful.
And you can make any size, any color.
Great job, Bella. We are going to show you how to make some fun ornaments like this. Hold it up, Jeremiah. Let's see it. There it is. These are fun ornaments that you can give to your grandma and grandpa or anybody. So we're going to make some that have our photo on it. That's what we've been doing. Jeremiah's going to be my assistant gluer, right? Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can go, first of all, you need some wooden circles with holes in them. And the kid's dad cut me some last year from a tree. Just cut them off. So if you have somebody who knows how to do that, you could do it that way. And then they drilled a little hole. You can buy these at craft stores. Or Arteza sent me this box, which I can put a link for if you want to look at that. They're just a bunch of slices of trees. And then you need either Mod Podge or what else can we use, Jeremiah? You can just use regular Elmer's glue that you water down. This, you don't have to use this because you're not going to put it in the dishwasher or anything like that. We just happen to have this on hand. But we've done this plenty of times with Elmer's glue that you just thin out a little bit. Then you can decide how you like your ornaments. So you can print photos out. Just print them out like this from your printer, or you can photocopy a photo. Or we have this Merry Christmas, which our printer honestly doesn't even print that great a quality of photos, and it still looks so good because it's just a vintage look. I'm actually, you know, we have free printing at our library right now, and their printer is excellent. So for the rest of the box, after I show you guys this, I'm going to go this afternoon and get some more photos printed just like this that we can use because we're going to give these as gifts this year. Okay, so all you do is find something to make a circle out of. I was using this lid to kind of give me an idea. Now all of these wood circles, of course, because they're from real trees, so they're different sizes. So some of them are going to be big or small or oblong. So what you can do if you want to, if you'd rather do that, is trace the tree piece, the wood piece itself, and then just cut it a little bit smaller. That's what I did on this one. We traced the piece of wood itself and then just cut it a little bit smaller so that you have the full piece of wood covered. Or you can use something that whatever works to cut a circle from. Okay, so either one. Then, here, let's do that one so we can show you the next step. Elsie, you want to jump in?
Sure.
Different ages can help well with different things. Jeremiah's age is 5, and he's excited about helping with the gluing part because, of course, all you have to do is brush on glue. And he's good at cutting, but these need to be some pretty meticulous circles. And so we'll have an older person do the cutting part. Now you can lay it on there and you can say, you know, do I really like... No, you've got to put, you have to put the hole at the top, but that's
Like
the
that
size that
side?
we use. Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
you might want to say, I want to come in here a little bit more. See,
like
so you
it
could...
like that.
Okay, she likes it like that, so it's good to go. So then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to
because
use
I
a
don't wanna cut
mechanical
anymore.
pencil. Where did our... There it is. Now, this is our trick that we learned. You're going to push it out pretty far. Like I always tell my kids not to do that. Yeah, that's how far you're going to push it out. And then you're going to carefully turn this upside down. And you're going to use that pencil to trace the hole. Okay, then you're going to punch out that hole with a hole puncher. It doesn't have to be perfect, just enough that you can see where your punch is going to be. Because you want to punch it before you glue it. All right, you're ready to go. Now we come to the next step. All right, just dip in a little bit, and then you're going to cover that. Yep, you know how to do this. You want to make sure that it's all wet, right, Jeremiah? Okay, now we're going to lay it on there, and we're going to make sure that the hole...
It's on the hole.
The hole is on the hole, that's right. You're going to make sure you line it up so the hole is on the hole. Now, what do we do that's really important?
Glue on the face.
We push it down really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Remember, we'll do another one and then you'll remember it. We're going to push it down, push it down. Okay. Sorry for the bad camera work here. Okay, now what do we do, Jeremiah? Do you remember? Now, this part you want to dip in. Let's dip in a little bit more. At this part, you don't want to be going back and forth a lot because you could end up ripping your paper if you wet it too much. So you just want a nice stroke across it, just a couple different times to get it all. Okay. You got it. And then let's get that last little edge. Okay, and then you stop, right? Oops, there's a little streak on there. Get that streak off. Good. And then you stop to let it dry, right? Blow really hard on that. See if you can blow that hole out. You did it. You blew the hole out. Okay, and then you just let it dry. And as it dries, it will lighten up more, right? This is one that we've done already. It'll lighten up back to the color that you had it. And then you can tie some twine on it or a ribbon.
Why?
And don't forget to put the date on the back because we want to remember next year when this was from. And then you'll have a special gift for a grandma or a grandpa or anybody else, right?
Yep.
Thanks for helping me.